In the heart of a forgotten town, the Red Lodge stood as a silent testament to unspeakable horrors. It was a place locals whispered about but never approached, a monument to fear itself. The story of Eleanor, who, alongside her friends, sought to challenge the malevolent forces within, was one that chilled the very bones of those who heard it. Eleanor had always been drawn to the mysterious and the macabre, which led her to the infamous Red Lodge. The house, with its dark history of ritualistic practices and a lineage of owners plagued by madness and sudden, violent deaths, seemed to call to her. It was the last place Elizabeth, the previous owner and a rumored witch, was seen alive. Upon entering, Eleanor and her friends experienced an oppressive sense of dread, as if the house itself was alive and watching. Strange whispers filled the air, objects moved of their own accord, and shadows danced in the periphery of their vision. But Eleanor's determination was unwavering. She found Elizabeth's diary, its pages filled with frantic scribbles, ancient rituals, and a chilling revelation: the house and the land it stood on was cursed, fed by the rituals performed by its owners across generations. The entity that haunted the Red Lodge was ancient, a manifestation of all the dark rituals and bloodshed. It thrived on fear, tormenting its inhabitants until they succumbed to madness or death. Elizabeth's diary contained the only known way to confront and possibly dispel the entity, a counter-ritual that required an unimaginable sacrifice. Understanding the magnitude of what was required, Eleanor and her friends prepared to face the darkness head-on. They gathered the necessary materials, each step of the ritual casting them further into the unknown. As they began, the house seemed to fight back, its walls groaning, and the air turning ice-cold. At the climax of the ritual, the entity revealed itself in full malevolence, a swirling vortex of shadows and screams, faces of its past victims flashing within. Eleanor, her will unbroken, pushed through the terror. She recited the final incantation, her friends lending their voices to hers, forming a beacon of light in the darkness. The struggle that followed was titanic, a battle of wills between the living and the eldritch force that sought to consume them. In the end, it was Eleanor's conviction, fueled by the sacrifices and suffering of those before her, that turned the tide. The entity, weakened and unable to sustain its form, dissipated, leaving behind a silence that spoke of a tentative peace. Red Lodge stood quiet, its dark power broken, but at a great cost. The friends who survived carried the scars of their encounter, a permanent reminder of the thin veil between our world and the realms of darkness. Eleanor, forever changed by her experience, dedicated her life to studying the occult, ensuring that if the darkness ever rose again, there would be someone ready to stand against it. The last stand at Red Lodge became a cautionary tale, a story of courage, sacrifice, and the indomitable human spirit facing the unknown. It served as a stark reminder that some doors, once opened, can never be fully closed.